Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Maths Made Easy with Terry in 10 minutes. We're going to talk about area of a triangle when two sides are known and the angle between them. And before I proceed, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that when I post new videos, you'll be the first person to know. And if you've not clicked on the notification bell, I don't know what you're waiting for. All right, so let's go straight into what we have for today. Area of a triangle when two sides are known. Before I proceed, please make sure you review the previous video because I've discussed other ways of finding the area of a triangle. I've talked about using different methods, including Heron's formula. So please make sure you go back and go to the playlist and you can see the other methods, okay? But in this video, I'm only going to focus on only when we have the area of a triangle expressed when we have two sides and an angle between them, okay? So we're gonna find the area of a triangle using the two sides and the sine of the included angle, okay? So let me just write this down so that in case those that are writing can have what to jot about. So the area of a triangle can be expressed using the length of the two sides. So we have the two sides, okay? And sine of the included angle. Okay? So what I'm trying to say is if you have this, let's see if we can draw a triangle here. Okay. So we have this particular triangle. Okay. So what I'm saying is that for this triangle, let's assume this is angle A, this is angle what? B, and this is angle C. All right. So now, in this case, the side facing this angle here is angle side A. The side facing angle B is going to be B, and the side facing C is going to be small letter C. Okay, so depending on which size and the angle are known will determine the formula to use. Is that okay? So it depends on which size is known will determine the kind of formula that you want to use. So I'm going to play around with some of them and let's see if that will be of help to you. Okay. So let's take this a bit downward. All right. So I'm going to try and see if I can um, do several of them now. So let's assume that we have this angle here, C, and we have the two sides A and B. So remember, I told you at the beginning that it has to be the two sides, okay? And the included angle must be the one you need. So that means in this case now, we have the two sides and the angle between them. So now in this case here, the area is going to be 1 over 2 A, B, sine C, okay? So A, B, sine C. Now, if for instance, we have something else, let's assume we have another, um, so let's assume we have another triangle, okay? But in this case, what we have for the second triangle, we are having the angle here, A, and the two sides, B and C. So you must have the two sides and the included angle. So in this case here, the area will be equal to 1 over 2 BC sine A. So 1/2 BC sine A. And let's do the last one. So let's assume we have another one. So let's say we have this triangle here. But in this case, we have this side B, and then we have the A and C, okay? So the area in this case as well will be equal to 1/2 AC sine B. One over 2 AC sine B. So depending on which sides and angle are known, we determine which formula to use. And just a quick reminder, okay? Similar to the area of a triangle, okay? The sides, so ABC, so A plus B plus C must be equal to what? 180 what? Degrees, because the sum of an angle in a triangle is 180 what? Degrees. So that still applies in this case. Is that okay? So that still applies in this case. All right, so let me write down the 3 steps or the 3 rules you need to solve this question. And from there, we'll now proceed to the next step. So the 3 steps, so it depends. I call it steps, I call it rules. So regardless, anyhow you want to say it. So the first thing now, when you're finding the area of a triangle when the 2 sides are known and you have the included angle between them, the thing to do is first to determine or identify the 2 sides and the angle between them. So you have to first find the 2 sides and the angle between them. So the first thing you have to do is to determine, okay, to determine or identify the 2 sides and the angle between them. Number 2, after you've done that, you then use the appropriate area formula, okay? You then use the appropriate area formula. And number 3, the last thing you do, you then simplify. So you first identify the 2 sides, the angle between them. You use the appropriate formula, then you simplify. All right, let's pick an example for this and see how we do. Okay, so let's pick an example. So I'm going to solve maybe 2 or 3 examples in this video on how to find the area. Okay, so number 1, the one I have here that says find the area of a triangle. Okay, so we have a triangle like this. So we're told this is 30 degrees, 30 degrees, and this is 8 centimeter, and this is 7 what? Centimeter. So as usual, step 1, we're told to first what? Identify. So identify the 2 sides and the angle between them, right? So the 2 sides, so if the 2 sides, so let's say here, the side is A is 7 centimeter, then the B is what? 8 centimeter, and the angle between them is capital C, let's call it what? 30 degrees. So basically what I'm saying that if we call this A, B, and C. Are you seeing it? So that means this is going to be small letter A, small letter B, and the angle C. All right. So now the next part, step 2, we then apply the appropriate formula. So we know that area is equal to 1/2 AB sine C. And that will give us 1/2 times the A is 7 times B is 8 times sine 30 degrees. Then step 3, we simplify. So when you press your calculator for that, the answer you should get should be 14 what? Centimeter. So because it's an area, it's going to be 14 centimeter squared. All right. So let's go to the next part. So basically, you'll find the area using the formula 1/2 AB sine C. All right. So good. Number 2. Let's go to the next one. So we have here that the triangle XYZ given below, we're given that triangle X, Y, and Z is an isosceles triangle. So it's very important at this stage that you make sure you're conversant with the other series where I talked about the types of triangle and talking about triangle in terms of angles and sides. Okay, so it's very important that you go and have a look at the video and understand that. So an isosceles triangle is a triangle where you have two sides are equal and also the two associated angles as well. So it's important you know because there are different types. We have equilateral triangles, we have scaling triangles, we have right angle triangles, and I talked about all these earlier. So we have this triangle. We're now told to find the area okay, of the triangle to 2 decimal places. Okay, so let's assume this is the triangle we have here. We're told this is X, Y, and Z. So the angle here is 45 degrees. And we're told this is an isosceles triangle, all right? So we're told that here is 9 centimeter. And here is 10 what? Centimeter. And we're told to find the area. So step 1, we need to identify the sides and the angle. But before we do that, we can do this because an isosceles triangle, this side as well is going to be 45 degrees. So, and this side as well is also going to also be 9 centimeter because the two sides and the two associated angles are what? Equal. All right. So now we can easily finish this up. So you can use any of the method you want to use to solve this. All right. So the first thing that you can do is that we can now say this is going to be, you can use this one here. So this will be equal to Z. So this will be the small letter Z, okay? And this is gonna be the small letter what? Y. So we can use this angle. So that means here, our X is gonna be 9 centimeter. Our Y is going to be what? 10 centimeter. And the angle X, sorry, not X, is Z. So here is Z. So Z is 9 centimeter. And our angle X is equal to 45 what? Degrees. Now, based on this now, we can move forward and solve this. So step 2, we know the area is equal to 1/2 times y times z times sine what? 45 what? Degrees. Now, so we can now go further. That will give us equal to 1/2 times 9 times 10 times sine 45 what? Degrees. The next thing you have to do is that you have to go to your calculator and punch this out. So when you punch this into your calculator, the area should give you 45√2 divided by 2, or in decimal, it should be 31.82. Now, both of this is all both in being what? Centimeter what? Squared. So that will be the area for this. So if the question requires you to give the exact answer, you have to leave it like this, so leave it in exact form. If it asks you in decimals or stuff, you have to then leave it in this form as well. All right, let's pick one more example before we go to the next topic. So I have here, I was told the area of this triangle is 30 meters squared. Okay. We're now told to find the length labeled X. Okay. So this is the triangle we have. So this triangle here. So we're told that we have here is X and here is 9 meter. And we have X is X meter. Okay. Then it's clearer. This is 9 meter. And the angle here is what? 60 degrees. All right. Okay. We're told that the area of this triangle is 30 meters squared. We're given the area and we are told to find the length. All right. So what's the first thing to do? The first thing to do is to identify everything, all the parameters we have in this question. We're told, so if, for instance, let's call this just for it to be easy to get this. So this is A, let's call this A, B, and C. So triangle ABC. Okay, so that means this is going to be my small letter A, it's going to be my small letter B, and this is going to be my C. All right, so we can use this now and we can solve with this. So based on this now, I can now say the A is equal to X meter. The B is going to be equal to 9 meter. The C, which is the angle is equal to 60 degrees. And also the area was given to be 30 meters squared. So from the question, you can see the area was given to be what? 30 meters squared. So with this now, we can now solve. So step 2, when we know this, so we can now find the area. The area is going to be equal to 1/2 AB sine what? C. But now in this case, we're looking for A. Are you seeing it? We're looking for A in this case, and we have to make A the subject of the formula. So what am I going to do? I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. So that means 2 times the area will be equal to, so this 2, we cancel this, AB sine what? C. I'm looking for A, not AB sine C. So I'm going to divide both sides by B sine C. And divide this by what? B sine what? Sine C. So B sine C, we cancel this B sine C. Then we're going to have the A is going to be equal to 2 times the area divided by what? B sine C. Okay. So let's go. So let's put it in. So therefore, the A is going to be equal to 2 multiply. The area is 30 divided by the B is 9 sine 60. All right. So now step 3 now is then you then what? Simplify. Okay. Now you press this in your calculator. You should get 40 root 3 divided by what? 9 in meters. Or if you want it in decimal points, it's going to give us 7.70 what? Meters. So like I always say, depending on the question, some question might ask you to leave this in an exact form. Some might ask to 2 decimal places. So it depends. That's how you will answer this. All right. So the next, that'll bring us back for that to the end of the videos on how to find the area of a triangle when the 2 sides are known. So like you can see, depending the size and including angle you have will determine the area that you're going to use. And also don't also forget the sum of the 3 angles in the triangle is equal to 180 degrees. All right, so that'll be that for that. So the next video, we're going to talk about the graphs of basic trigonometry function. So we're going to talk about the sine graph, the cosine graph, the tangent graph, and the rest of it, and how do we calculate questions associated with it as well. All right, so thank you very much. I will advise that you try as much as possible to subscribe. And if you have any question, let me know, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Okay? All right, see you soon, and I'll see you in the next video.